Captain's log, stardate 47192.3. The Enterprise has been ordered to rendezvous with the USS Cumberland to receive Ambassador Rogers, who will be conducting peace negotiations on the planet Euphrosyne 4. The planet's two dominant factions have been locked in a centuries-long conflict, despite belonging to a species that never matures beyond the emotional age of 5. I did some reading on the Euphrosynians. They live long lives, but never emotionally progress beyond kindergarten, which might explain why most negotiations have ended with shouting matches and thrown food. Sounds like a Tuesday in 10 forward. Let's hope the ambassador has a talent for child psychology. They say he does. I've heard he's, what was the phrase, radically gentle. Sounds refreshing. I've never met him, but Starfleet Command speaks of him in near reverent tones. Chief, I've locked onto him, sir. Energize, Mr. O'Brien. Initiating transport sequence. Energizing. Hello there, neighbor.
Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. Its continuing mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no one has gone before.
Welcome to the Enterprise, Ambassador.
Why, thank you, Captain. I'm so pleased to be here. And please, you can call me Fred.
Very well, Fred. I'm Captain Jean-Luc Picard, and this is my first officer, Commander William Riker.
Hello, Fred. A pleasure to meet you both. I've heard this ship is full of wonderful people.
Well, we certainly strive to be so, Fred.
These are my official orders, Captain.
Ambassador Fred Rogers to be given full authority over diplomatic proceedings, including the discretion to command Enterprise resources and personnel as necessary. All crew are to comply with his directives for the duration of the mission.
That's unusual. I don't think I've ever seen an ambassador granted operational authority over the Enterprise. I imagine it's not the most common approach. But Starfleet has learned that the best way for me to help is by letting me do things my way. Don't worry, it's not about control. I just believe in leading with kindness. Everything else follows from there.
Very well, Fred. I trust Starfleet's judgment. We'll assist you however we can.
Thank you, Captain. All I ask at this point is that we remember to treat one another with gentleness and respect, especially when tensions rise.
What do you have in here? Is this full of puppets or peace treaties? A little bit of both.
I believe we're going to do something very important together.
Let's hope so, Ambassador.
Thank you both.
Good night. I do hope this works out. So do I, Captain. So do I. Today's briefing will be conducted by Ambassador Fred Rogers. Please give him your undivided attention.
Thank you all so much for being here. I hope you don't mind the sweater. This is what I typically wear in my neighborhood.
However you feel most comfortable is fine with us, Fred.
I appreciate that, Counselor. I know how busy you all are keeping this marvelous ship running. I'm truly grateful to have your support on this mission. My mission's success depends not just on the negotiations down on Euphrosyne 4, but on how we treat each other along the way. So I have just two requests. Be kind to one another, and be honest about how you're feeling, even when it's hard. That's it. No complex protocols, no military drills, just kindness and truth.
I have analyzed the variables. Your conclusion is sound. Proceeding with this plan is agreeable.
Now then, before I get to work reviewing Euphrosinian history and diplomatic records, I'd love a little tour of the Enterprise.
You're welcome to choose any of my senior officers to assist you.
Lieutenant Worf, would you do me the honor?
With all due respect, Ambassador, perhaps Counselor Troy would be better suited for such a task.
Miss Troy seems like a lovely woman. But I'd like to walk beside you, Mr. Worf. If that's all right.
Very well. As you wish, Ambassador.
That's Fred. You know, Lieutenant, I've always admired people who are strong and gentle.
Let's proceed. This way.
This is going to be very interesting.
This section contains auxiliary maintenance access to the forward nacelle, restricted to level 3 personnel. Environmental controls are maintained through this junction.
My, this corridor is amazing. So many sounds. I imagine each one has its own story. Do you ever stop to listen to the hums, Lieutenant?
No, it is background noise. It indicates operational stability.
I see. A very comforting sound then.
Please try to keep up with me.
Oh, of course, Lieutenant. It's a lovely day on the Enterprise.
It is sufficient.
And that is the story of the Laughing Vulcan.
Why was he in the yellow zone? I thought Vulcans have no emotions.
All right, who knows the answer to that question?
Ah, and your ship even has a school. How wonderful.
Ambassador Rogers, this is a surprise. Welcome to our class.
Please, call me Fred. I just wanted to say hello. I've always found that the heart of a place often beats loudest in the presence of children.
I couldn't agree more. Would you like to join us for a moment?
Oh yes, I'd be delighted to do that. Would you like to meet my special friend I brought along today?
Yes, Mr. Rogers.
Oh, I was hoping you'd say that. Because I would like you to meet King Friday the 13th.
It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. We are most pleased to visit your fine vessel.
Hi, King Friday.
Ambassador, perhaps we should let Miss Berman work and not disturb the lesson.
Oh, it's all right, Lieutenant. I asked Fred to stay.
Captain, I'm receiving an incoming transmission from Euphrosyne 4. They're requesting to speak directly with Ambassador Rogers.
Picard to Ambassador Rogers. The Euphrosinians are requesting your presence on the bridge.
Thank you, Captain. But I'd like you to speak with them for now. They need someone they trust.
Understood. Open a channel.
You know, I think some of the most important things we can do is just be ourselves with someone who cares.
Hello. We're here from Euphrosyne 4. We were told Mr. Rogers would be here to talk with us.
Greetings. I'm Captain Jean-Luc Picard of the Federation Starship Enterprise. Ambassador Rogers is presently occupied at the moment, but I'd be happy to speak on his behalf.
Occupied? You mean he's not here right now?
They said he would be here.
Oh yes, he most certainly will be here in a short while. In the meantime,
But we prepared for him. We were ready for him. This isn't fair. We want Mr. Rogers.
Yes, I realize that, but I'm afraid you'll just have to wait. The ambassador will be available as soon as he completes his present duties.
He told us to wait. You're not nice. You talk like a meanie pants. We want Freddy!
Stop this at once! Now, when we arrive at your planet, I assure you, Ambassador Rogers will join us to...
No! You stop it! Yeah! You make me mad! Yeah! This is ridiculous!
This is going nowhere.
quit.
Screen
Oof.
off! Well, that went well. Why must it always come back to children?
That was just delightful. What a treat that was to join Miss Berman's class.
Yes, well, now we will conclude our tour with auxiliary phaser control and environmental redundancy.
Well, actually, may we end with your quarters instead?
My quarters?
Yes. I'd like to know more about you, Lieutenant, if that's all right.
As you wish. Follow me, please.
Ah, this is marvelous. Lieutenant, may I look around?
Yes, of course.
What an interesting place this is. Everything here speaks of pride and tradition. Remarkable.
Thank you, Ambassador. I am honored by your words.
I was wondering, do you have any children?
Yes, I have a son. His name is Alexander.
That's wonderful. You must be so proud of him. I'm sure Alexander feels so good when you tell him that.
My duties don't allow me to see him as much as I'd like. He resides with my adoptive parents on Earth.
They must be doing a wonderful job. But it's such a shame that Alexander doesn't have his father with him. Such a shame.
I thought it best, for now.
What is that?
It is a batleth, a traditional Klingon blade of honor used in ceremonial combat.
Ceremonial? I hope that means you haven't actually hurt anyone with it.
On rare occasions, I have had to use it in actual combat, and to avenge the shedding of innocent blood.
It's a violent weapon. I see you have a number of weapons. And violence has no place in a home. Not while I'm here. I'll be holding on to this for now. Thank you for showing me your space,
But-
Lieutenant.
Ambassador!
Come.
Did you want to see me, Captain?
Yes, Fred, please, have a seat. How did things go with the Euphrosinians? Not well, I'm afraid, Fred. I attempted to speak with them and they responded by collapsing into tantrums. One screamed for what seemed like an eternity, and another called me a meanie pants. Oh, I see. Well, sometimes people get upset and can't self-regulate when they don't get their way. Yes, well, I've been trying to negotiate with reason and patience, but I'm afraid I've reached something of an impasse. I would go as far as to say a child in kindergarten would exceed their maturity. Maybe this will help. What do you do with the mad that you feel? What, you want me to sing this to them? I'd like you to give it a try. I believe they'll respond better to someone they see as an authority figure who also shows emotional vulnerability. Perhaps it would be more effective if you sang it to them. Oh, I still have some important visits to make. There are a few places on this ship where hearts could use some mending. Fred, I have never been comfortable with children. But I recognize that indeed you are. That's why we need your gifts for this mission, especially given our present situation. Well, it never feels good when someone calls us names. I can see why you might feel discouraged. Ambassador, I'm not talking about hurt feelings or insults. Now, Starfleet has given you full authority for this mission, and I am trying my best to honor that. But you're acting like you couldn't be bothered with this mission, nor fulfilling your duties aboard this ship. So I'm asking you, please, will you graciously speak with these Euphrosine children who need your help? Captain, I'm aware of my purpose here. I'm asking you to trust me. Jesus said, "Let the children come to me." Captain, are you sure you want to turn them away?
Who am I to argue with the words of the Son of Man? Very well, I will try. No promises on pitch. I'm sure they'll appreciate it. Just remember, it's not about perfection. It's about connection.
Captain, I request permission to speak freely. By all means, Lieutenant. It is about Ambassador Rogers.
I see. The ambassador was just here. What is it you'd like to discuss about him?
He is testing my patience. He undermines protocol. He disapproves of honor. And he has confiscated my batleth.
Yes. He has a rather unorthodox approach. I've had difficulty understanding it myself.
He is meddling. Even in personal quarters. This is not standard diplomatic behavior for a Starfleet ambassador.
I understand your concerns, Lieutenant. But our orders come from Admiral Fields and Starfleet Command to comply with the ambassador's directives.
Those directives may be worth reconsidering. I conducted an inquiry through historical personnel files. Ambassador Rogers is not even from our century.
What? Late 20th century ordained minister and television presenter Fred McFeely Rogers, declared deceased Earth year 2003.
The identity the ambassador claims to hold is actually a man who died hundreds of years ago.
Well, Mr. Worf, if your information is correct, that only leaves us with one last question.
And that is,
who or what is currently aboard my ship? Captain's log, stardate 47194.6. The recent discovery that Ambassador Fred Rogers appears to be a cultural figure from Earth's 20th century, long believed deceased, has raised both practical and philosophical questions. I have asked Lieutenant Commander Data and Chief Engineer LaForge to investigate the ambassador's origin in the hope of understanding who or what we are dealing with.
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor.
This is who's running the mission?
It appears so. These were educational programs aired between 1968 and 2001. Their purpose was to promote emotional literacy and kindness.
Could I tell you the words of one of the songs which I feel is very important?
Yes.
It starts out, what do you do with the mad that you feel? And that first line came straight from a child. Know that there's something deep inside that helps us become what we can.
I think it's wonderful. Looks like you just earned the $20 million.
Wow. He actually won over the American Congress with the children's song.
Jordy, I'm curious. How did an individual of such simplicity, who employed notably basic language, achieve such widespread popularity in his time?
Well, it's not about how complex your words are, Data. It's about having heart and actually connecting with people.
Then he appears to have understood humanity remarkably well. His influence was considerable. Yet there is no record of his survival beyond 2003, nor any indication of temporal displacement.
So either someone recreated him, or something else is going on here.
Indeed, I am at a loss to explain Ambassador Rogers' presence in this century.
You and me both.
Chamomile tea, no synthahol for you, huh?
No, thank you. That's a kind of pretend I don't care for. What I like to slow me down, I can trust in any century.
I can appreciate that. A calm beverage to wind down at such a late hour. Especially when it's only you two.
Just the man I wanted to see. Excuse me, Guinan. Lieutenant, I'm glad to see you. I thought we could sit together again.
I am here for hydration, nothing more.
Oh, I see. Well, hydration is very good for the body. And sometimes sharing helps us feel a little less lonely. Do you miss your son?
He is safe.
Safety and closeness aren't always the same.
Emotion without control is weakness. It endangers others.
Sometimes control might protect, but it can also keep people at a distance. I've known a lot of strong people, Lieutenant.
and many of them weren't afraid to share how they felt. Strength and feelings aren't enemies. They're neighbors.
Not here.
You know, I found sometimes it helps to look at things from a different voice. Perhaps it would be easier if we talked to my friend Lady Elaine.
No.
Are you sure? You don't think it would help?
I will not speak to a puppet.
I see. Well, Mr. Worf, how would you like to talk about it? I will listen without judging you and let you decide in your own...
Enough! Mr. Rogers, you may understand humans, but you do not understand Klingons. I am through with talking and wish to be left alone.
You always did meet people where they are, just not always where they start.
He's having a hard day. I think I may have asked something of him he wasn't ready to give.
You might have been early, but you did reach him.
I did?
Just not the way you expected.
You always did give me important things to think about. But I must have missed something.
Some people don't open doors when you knock. They notice who's still there later.
Captain!
Excuse me, children. You know you are not allowed on the bridge.
But Captain, Ambassador Rogers asked us to come. He said we should sit next to you while you sing.
You're gonna just sing?
It appears I did agree to that. I didn't realize I'd have an audience.
Actually, we're just here to be with you. Mr. Rogers says it's easier to do something hard when you're with neighbors who care about you.
Now, children.
Captain, I am receiving an incoming transmission from Euphrazine 4. They are asking for Ambassador Rogers again.
Of course they are. Computer, load Picard Music Program 1 and activate on my mark.
Acknowledged.
Pardon me, children. On screen.
Aw, him again? Captain, is Mr. Rogers ready yet?
Hello, gentlemen. I'm afraid Ambassador Rogers is still unavailable.
Captain, we have been waiting for a very long time. Yeah, and we're getting even more mad.
You know, you are exactly right. You have been waiting for a long time. I can see why you are feeling angry.
Mr. Rogers didn't come, and now we're just sitting here while our friends are fighting! We are so mad!
Well, that is very frustrating. I think there may be something that could help. Children.
How adorable. These are your children?
Oh, no. No, these are not my children. But while we are waiting for Mr. Rogers, they are here to stand with me while I share something with you. Here we go. Computer, mark.
What do you do with the mad that you feel when you feel so mad you could bite? When the whole wide world seems oh so wrong and nothing you do seems very right, know that there's something deep inside that helps us become what we can. For a girl can be someday a woman, and a boy can be someday a man.
That was wonderful! Yes, it really was. And it made me feel better too. Waiting isn't so bad.
No, patience is fine if you have something to do. We don't feel mad anymore. We've decided not to go to war after all.
You have?
He's here! Mr. Rogers! Mr. Rogers! Did we do good?
You did perfect, my friends. Thank you.
We hope we helped you enough, Captain. Sorry about the tantrums. We had to be convincing. Until next time, bye!
Ambassador, what in the world is going on here?
Captain, there was no war. There never was. The Euphrosynians agreed to help me with my true mission aboard this ship.
And what mission would that be?
To help you, Captain. Learn how to better relate to children. Thank you, children. You may return to school now.
Bye, Mr. Rogers.
Well, Fred, let me see if I can understand this clearly. You orchestrated all of this for a lesson?
I spent some time with the Euphrosynians a few years back, helping them understand their feelings. They were so grateful that they offered to help me anytime I needed it. I told them I was coming here and how I felt they could do something important here. They remembered what it felt like before, and they were willing to show us. You don't have to become like them, but you do have to understand them.
I see. I was initially attempting to correct their behavior and had to learn to understand their feelings first.
Yes, exactly.
Well, if that was indeed the mission, I hope my role in it made things worthwhile.
You did beautifully, Captain.
Guinan. Well, this is a rare visit. Usually I'm coming to see you.
I thought you might have questions.
I always do when it comes to you.
Good, because I may have some answers.
You know him, don't you?
Yes. I met Fred Rogers in the 20th century.
Ah, I see. So you were still on Earth then?
Briefly. I moved around a lot in those years. But he was unforgettable. Even in a century full of noise, fear, and war, Fred Rogers was a calm in the storm. A beacon.
So, he is a real man from that century then?
Very real. In some timelines, he died of stomach cancer in 2003.
And in others?
In others, they reported that he died, but his body was never buried.
And how did he come here to our time?
Maybe you should ask the Admiral that question. Just know this. Fred never really dies, Captain. He just changes assignments.
Computer, open a secure channel to Admiral David Fields. Code 68, Priority 1. Channel established. Admiral Fields is connecting.
Captain Picard.
Hello, Admiral.
I assume you're calling about Ambassador Rogers?
Yes, you assume correctly. I received some startling news from a confidant and several of my crew that the ambassador is not from the 24th century.
That's correct. Captain, Fred Rogers was many things in the 20th century. A teacher, a counselor, a neighbor. But above all, he was needed. Needed by millions of children, and, though they wouldn't admit it, by just as many adults.
And you brought him here?
Not just me. An ancestor of mine from 300 years ago watched him every day as a boy. When Fred passed, he recorded a message into our family legacy vault. If time travel ever becomes possible, bring him back. Not for me, but for the world.
And you honored that request?
I did. I didn't know if it would work. But we found a temporal window in early 2003, just before the cancer fully took hold. I sat with Fred, and I told him who I was, what century I came from, and what I was asking of him.
And he agreed?
He didn't say yes right away. He asked questions, a lot of them, about families, about grief, about whether there were still songs in the 24th century.
I imagine he had conditions.
Just one. He said, "Let me help. Don't make me a symbol. Let me be a neighbor." We cured his cancer. But he never wanted a second life for himself. He wanted it for others. That's why I placed him as a roving ambassador. No uniforms, no phasers, just heart.
I see. And the mission with the Euphrosynians?
That was Fred's idea. He said, if Picard is anything like my research suggests, he might benefit from time with children.
He was correct.
I hope you don't mind the way it unfolded, Captain. It wasn't deception, it was delivery.
A speedy delivery. I mind less than I would have expected.
Good, because Fred chose you for this one.
I'm beginning to understand why.
Take care, Captain.
Thank you both for letting me work in the hearts of your crew while I was here.
You've done more than that, Fred. You changed the temperature of this ship without touching a single console.
Your assignment was unorthodox, but in retrospect, I wouldn't change a moment.
This has been a very special visit. You remind me of just how much good can still be done in the galaxy.
You are welcome to visit any time you wish, Fred. Is the Cumberland ready?
Aye, sir. They're standing by.
Ambassador Rogers, may I speak to you before you go?
I will always make time for you, Lieutenant.
I wish to apologize for my outburst earlier. Your words about spending time with my son. They stayed with me and have given me much to consider.
Thank you, Mr. Worf. And I would like to apologize to you as well. I wasn't as sensitive to your culture as I should have been. Klingons express their hearts differently. That's something I had to learn. And I should not have pushed you to express yourself in ways that felt dishonorable to you.
It was wrong of me to take your bat'leth. I made sure it was returned to your quarters.
Thank you, Fred. You were effective.
So were you.
Goodbye, my friends.
Energize. Computer, open secure channel. Earth, Roshenko residence.
Secure channel open. Connecting to Earth, Roshenko residence.
Father, is everything all right?
Alexander. Yes, everything is fine. How are your studies?
Good. Grandma says I eat too fast.
That is consistent with a warrior's appetite. I would like to speak with you more often. About life, and how you might feel about being so far away.
You would?
Yes. I also wish for you to know how I feel about you, even though we are not together. And so I wish to share a very special song.
Father, are you feeling all right? You seem different.
Yes, I am fine. But a good human friend of mine helped me realize something very important. That a true warrior does not hide how he really feels. I would like you to hear this song from a man named Mr. Rogers.
I love songs. Thank you, Father.
You are welcome.
I'm proud of you, you know that. I hope you do. I'm proud of you, I'm proud of you. I hope that you're as proud as I am proud of you. I'm proud of you. I hope that you are proud of you too.